The government of Liberia has taken all necessary measures to ensure a free, fair, transparent, peaceful, inclusive, and credible elections. The National Election Commission has been strengthened to ensure that it operates without undue influence. In addition, political parties have committed themselves to a non-violent electoral process. The government of Liberia has taken all necessary measures to ensure a free, fair, transparent, peaceful, inclusive, and credible elections. The National Election Commission has been strengthened to ensure that it operates without undue influence. In addition, political parties have committed themselves to a non-violent electoral process. The government of Liberia has taken all necessary measures to ensure a free, fair, transparent, peaceful, inclusive, and credible elections. The National Election Commission has been strengthened to ensure that it operates without undue influence. In addition, political parties have committed themselves to a non-violent electoral process.
Currently, the Commission is making preparation in all areas. We are carrying on massive awareness in all the counties. Currently, the Commission is making preparation in all areas. We are carrying on massive awareness in all the counties. Currently, the Commission is making preparation in all areas. We are carrying on massive awareness in all the counties. We have a structure we refer to as CVE cells. We created cells in all of the electoral districts and counties across this country. Awareness on the electoral process is ongoing. When will be the elections? How you will vote, meaning voter education is ongoing. Also, we are informing people when the polls open, when the polls will close. Currently, the Commission is making preparation in all areas. We are carrying on massive awareness in all the counties. We have a structure we refer to as CVE cells. We created cells in all of the electoral districts and counties across this country. Awareness on the electoral process is ongoing. When will be the elections? How you will vote, meaning voter education is ongoing. Also, we are informing people when the polls open, when the polls will close, what is expected of the electorates, what are the colors attached to the ballot papers or the ballot boxes, because there will be colors. What is expected? There's a lot of them going on.
We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed the earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome.
2023 election, there will be a humongous and stupendous dichotomy between the previous election and this impending 2023 election. As a result of the disapacity, economic bantikism, academic moaha, hohum hokum, and jiggery pokery with their malevolent poppycock, braggadocio, and hocus pocus agenda, which has now metamorphosed and transmogrified the prestigious citizens of this country, political awareness, sensibility, intensibility, and agility. I foresee tranquility, unflappability, imperturbability, and composure in this 2023 election. Is to avert flabbergastation, astonishment, and dumbfounded situation. Yuhu and Huhu 2023 election. There will be a humongous and stupendous dichotomy between the previous election and this impending.
Our leaders have finally transformed this country into what I call ring-a-ring old roses. Yes, the enervating and attenuating situation. But I pray God will not forsake this country. But until the government propitiates the masses, I will not kowtow in their poll. I will not kowtow in their poll. Oh yes, the locution, catch word and buy word. I will not kowtow in their poll. It's not just a travesty, but an unforgettable shibboleth that comes with this onomatopoeic extrapolation and structural functionality. Come to think of it, why will I kowtow in their poll? Why? Having listened to the grumpy, pigs, disgruntled, hungry, pusillanimous. Pusillanimous, it stands for cowardice, timidity, and fearfulness. Wishy-washy, woozy-woozy, hodgepodge, mishmash, and paragraph affairs. What is counterintuitive to their political campaign, lamentation, and promises? Today, the clamorous quest for political impunity, political immunity by our leaders is gradually germinating into political insanity. What an odium, what an ignominious memento, that even at the barbituration of the so much acclimatized, the same subsidy evacuation and barbituration was condemned by a scrupulous, fastidious, puritanica, boisterous, energetic, and a routine, but today for political somnambulism and malocclusion, reticent, taciturn, uncommunicative, and unforthcoming. Meaning he has kowtowed in their poll. That is what you get when the hobo pejoratively hobnobs with the hobo bamboozle, razzle-dazzle, razzmatazz politically. He was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a way of saying the president was fantastic. But his political enemies said he was suffering from what I describe as new mono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Yes, it's a word that is supposed to be called silicosis, meaning a lung disease. But in search for the longest word in the dictionary, they pep it up to become a 45-letter word, which is new mono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome.
Don't trouble nothing too much, you know.
1, 2, 3, I'm loving you. 4, 5, 6, I'm missing you. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, I love you. 5, 6, I'm missing you. I want you back. Long time no see. Out your love, I'm lonely. I miss you, and it's too hard to bear. What have you done to me? I'm waking up in the middle of the night without you, and it's so unfair. I tossed and turned.
It's the election eve in Liberia. At first, we're counting years, then we went to months and days, and now we are counting hours.
But I'm alone.
It is called the eve of elections.
1, 2, 3, I'm having you. 4, 5, 6.
October 9th in Liberia, and tomorrow is October 10th, divinely.
1, 2, 3, I love you. 5, 6, I'm missing you.
As the campaign closes, the responsibility now falls to the electorate to make the final decision on tomorrow, called Election Day in Liberia. And bits and pieces crisscross the procedure and other issues with a caution to keep the atmosphere serene, peaceful, calm, and be in a buoyant or hopeful mood as you get ready. Oh, we get ready to cast our votes on tomorrow. My name is Sam Andrews. Thanks you ever so much for being part of the show Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia 104.1 Monrovia and Voice of Liberia 89.7 Kakatama, Gibi County. Also, follow us on the online radio, www.voiceofliberiaradio.com, and on Facebook. And then you are in.
1, 2, 3, I love you. 4, 5, 6, I miss you. You back. 1, 2, 3, I love you. 4, 5, 6, I'm missing you. I want you back. Here in my arms again.
All right. Thank you so much that you joined us for the show this afternoon. So we've got hours to go. We counted and waited patiently for years. The years have come and gone. We are talking months now. We talk the months, and then after the months, we talk weeks. We talk weeks. And the weeks pass, we are talking hours. Good. We are talking hours. And it is called the eve of elections. So we are on the brink of voting. We are on the urge of voting. The game is about to start. Everything is in place. The referee is about to blow the whistle, called the National Elections Commission. We are told by NEC that everything is in place. So the optimism is we're going to vote on tomorrow. We all hope, which at the same time we pray in our individual closet, that one, we live to see tomorrow. Two, that we wake up in that optimistic mood to move to the ballot or the voting center to cast our vote. And then the rest is left with the National Elections Commission, representative of political parties, international observers, local observers, the media. And then at the close of the day, with that supervision, the National Elections Commission will start to release preliminary results. So what we'll do this afternoon, we'll talk more NEC, the procedure, and then we talk some more issues. Is that okay for all of us? Certainly. So tomorrow is national holiday, just so you know. Tomorrow is voting day, and it is national holiday in Liberia. It is set aside by the government to give space, opportunity, right, freedom, privilege, everything to move on tomorrow with no hindrance, no blockade, no impediment to cast our votes. Tomorrow is national holiday. The government has declared the day or has placed it as holiday. Everybody stay away from whatever you got to do and turn out to vote. Exercise your democratic and constitutional right so that at the close of the day, you will have the final say. So it is a holiday on tomorrow, just so you know. It is a holy day, what you call holiday. The actual pronunciation is holiday, is holy. Yeah. But people are accustomed to hallow, the holiday, holiday. The pronunciation is holy. Yeah. It is a day just to say stay away from work, stay away from business, because what you have ahead of you is very significant. As much as your business, your travel, your work, everything is significant, so it is with what you have ahead of you when a holiday or what would necessitate a holiday. The government did declare that day a holiday. Know that it is a national holiday. It goes across the entire country. It is for not Maserado County holiday, not only Grand Cape Mount or Banga or Gbapolu or Bong or Lofa or Nimba holiday. It is the holiday of every part of this country, the whole country. That's the first thing we ought to have at the back of our minds. If you think that it is your right to go out to do your business, that your business comes first, then you will choose to do that, well, the government or the proclamation will not take you to court. The proclamation will not force you. It is your right, and it is the government's right to provide safe environment for people to cast their vote. But what's going to happen is if you are not in time, say you went to do a business and something happens, or you are delayed and in your rush, you didn't get at the polling center on time and it's closed, you will not vote. Nobody will take you to court. Nobody will query you, but your conscience will not be clear. Neither will you blame the government for any impediment. Probably you, if there wasn't a holiday, you have said the traffic jam, went to do this to come from this place to that place. So we were late. We didn't get in on time. No, that is why the government said holiday, holiday, holiday. Everybody stay away. All offices closed, businesses shut down, everything, so that you will move unhindered. You will have no excuse. Anything short of that, it is not the government's responsibility. The government will not be blamed. You will be blamed. And you will hold yourself responsible or accountable. Tomorrow is voting day. Tomorrow is voting day. It is holiday. So NEC made it clear that everything is in place. There isn't any that is not in place. NEC said everything is in place. What we need to do is, with divinity, we wake up and get ready to go and vote. And as we are anticipating that day and to exercise our right, we'll have to be saver. We have to be as moral as we are to demonstrate it. We have to demonstrate every ounce of citizenship. And that means patriotism and nationalism. So you want to go there in an upbeat mood and not the other way around. You want to be a part of history making because it is history making. You don't want to be out of history. It is a minus in your existence when you are out of history. It is always good. It is joyous it is rewarding to be a part of history making. Voting for leaders, it is history making. You are the one who decide. You are the one who get them there. So if you are not involved with such an event, not only will you be out of history, but history itself will condemn you. And history will never ever want you to be a part of it again. So you want to be a part of history. I want to be a part. And that is why it is referred to as sacred. Sacred and secret are two different words. Sacred means the uniqueness, the uniqueness of it, the what word should I use? The holiness of it, the sacrosanct of it. And the next word is secret. That means it is between you and God. So at the close of the day, when you are out of that booth, you have made history, not only for yourself, but for your country. You are the one, when the National Elections Commission announces the names of those who emerge winner or winners, they will be announcing you. When the National Elections Commission announcing the winner, you know what they're announcing? They're announcing you. Technically, they are saying this is what you handed to them. And they are just making public your decision. So if you're not part of such a history making, the person whom you had on mind will not be announced. Not at all. That is that what makes it so unique, so extraordinary, so massive. And you don't want to miss it. Everything is in place. From the National Elections Commission standpoint, from Voice of Liberia standpoint, everything is in place. So let's take the first step. It is tomorrow. You got the whole world is watching. But firstly, let's empathize and sympathize with our brothers and sisters in the in how to call it? Afghanistan and the conflict that is raging between Hamas and Israel. 110 death toll, 1,000, yeah, death toll, 500 from 400. I am told. I think that the number has risen. If uh, if it hasn't, then is at that level. But from yesterday all the way today, the number has risen. They are dying. You know that whole conflict, the Middle East conflict, it started way back between the Palestinian and the Israelis. And it's just on simple thing. It does have biblical implication. It is in the Bible. But that is not the issue. We're not talking theology. We empathizing and sympathizing with them because they are human beings like us, created in the image and likeness of God. Moreover, Israel is attached to Liberia theologically and historically. And given what is happening, we've ought to empathize and sympathize with them like any other people going through disaster. If we aren't going through disaster, it doesn't say that we should just take other people debts and whatever as something of no importance. No, the earthquake in Afghanistan, hundreds of people gone. Too many things, too many disasters happening all around the world, everywhere. There isn't a place in this world that is safe. You don't know the next event that might occur. Only God knows. And that is why we in Liberia, we have to do everything to keep our country peaceful. Because you know, one of the things that peace does, one of the features it has, it it opens your eyes, it gives you that discernment. You can figure out things. If something is about to happen, you will know. But when there is a conflict, there's already a distraction. So when something is about to happen, you wouldn't know. And people take advantage of crisis or confusion or misunderstanding to accomplish their aims. They feed on an existing conflict to accomplish their aim and leave their impact with the existing conflict, having achieved their goal. That is why you want to avoid any ounce or any sign of any trace of violence. And you'll be sensitive enough. As much as we can keep the peace and stability, or we can keep the country stable, we can enhance the peace. Listen, we are in a good position to detect anything funny. It doesn't say what is happening in other countries can happen to Liberia. No, but when we can keep ourselves united, when we can hold together, when we can keep the atmosphere in a more serene, germane, secure manner, listen, it's difficult for anything to happen. It's difficult, I'm telling you. It's difficult. So, as we go to the elections or to cast our ballot on tomorrow, I beg us all, in the name of civilized Liberians, in the name of refined, intelligent Liberians, in the name of peaceful Liberians, that we move in a more calm, unified, good manner. If you went on the line or you got at the center, please follow the instruction. Follow the instruction. I beg you, follow the instruction. We've got the whole world watching us. The focus of the world has shifted on us. The whole world is watching to see whether this African country called Liberia, that has always proud itself of being unique in what it does, can have a non-violent elections. Let's place our doubt on them. That's what it is right now. The whole world is watching. Let us tell the whole world too that in spite of it all, we are safer, refined, intelligent, moral people. You want to demonstrate that in your actions on tomorrow. Go to your center. Make sure you have your card. Move with it in the morning. And then you follow the instruction. Respect the security because they are the first line of contact. The security. There will be security at every polling place. I beg us all. Your first line of contact. That means the first person or persons you will meet are the security people. Please follow their instruction. If they observe anything and say pass that way, do. If they say pass this way, do. Because if you don't follow their instruction, there where the confusion will start. It starts from somewhere. If you can follow the instruction, then it starts from right there. They are the first contact, the security people at every polling center. After that, then you move in to neck people, you will see neck people. Follow the instruction. Whatever they tell you to do. If they say wait, wait. If they said, please drop what you have in your hand, is not allowed in the voting room, please do. All of those acts are civil acts. They are moral. They are good. They are good. Hmm? They are good. So we want you to do just that. We want you to do just that. Okay. So let's hear from in
Forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome.
So here we go. What the National Elections Commission said. One, they explain why the card will not be punched. NEC did explain that. So drop that argument or drop that technical argument. Stop being too intellectual on that. I can understand your claim may be legitimate, but it may not give or have the kind of weight that you think it ought to have because there isn't a time now. Moreover, they've explained they've been dealing with it for a very long time. They did the experimentation, that means they're testing, they explain to the media that is the conduit between the National Elections Commission and the public. So drop that technical aspect of the voting card being punched or not being punched. Drop that. We already got a couple of hours. Just go there and see. Because the biometric is the first time. So let it be a lesson. Let it be something that you can start getting used to. So maybe another election, when it is announced we're using the same biometric, you will have already been educated. So you wouldn't have to worry again or raise concerns. That's the first one. The second is when you finish, when you finish, you don't tell people who you voted for. It's not good. It's uncivilized. It doesn't say that you are a good person. Nobody wants to know who you voted for. You don't have to report to anybody. You don't have to it's not a community project that people will know what you have done. No. They said secret ballot because you can tell already. Some people, you know that at the close of every voting, you find feelings running high. You have find emotions running high on one word, deception. People will give money, either directly or indirectly. During that time, they will come to you and say a lot more. Those of you who can be hard for money in campaign time. So their understanding is, and sometimes you will make promise. Oh, we'll vote for you. Oh, you are there. We carrying you. We carrying the man. So that man and her people or her people, they put it in their heart. Now you go to the voting booth. You finish voting. You forgot that you made such a statement. You come outside now. You know that that man people around or that man, that woman people around. Then me, I finish voting. Oh, I vote for John Josiah. John Josiah, I'm a candidate. So they will say, oh, so the lady were pretending. So the mayor, they were acting like they for all, but they were lying. Now they wouldn't do anything to you. They wouldn't take you to court. But you know what's going to happen? They will never ever see you as anybody good. Even in another venture, in another activity, they will never ever see you. That is why the people who put the whole election thing together, they say secret ballot. That whole word that was secret, it can save people from plenty thing and save people from plenty thing. That one, when you come from in a voting booth, you're more. When you start spreading, start broadcasting, just how broadcasting, it'll put you in trouble. Be careful. When you come from in a booth, go home, start doing your normal business. That's not your responsibility. That's not your responsibility to listen to me good. That's not your responsibility to announce who you vote for or who will win. That National Elections Commission responsibility to announce. Our responsibility just go and cast our ballot. We go on our normal activity. So it a jolly you're going to do. When you finish casting your ballot, you go do your jolly. You aren't under obligation to report to anybody. And just stop asking people. Don't ask anybody on tomorrow election day who you voted for. The fact when you ask that question, you stay campaigning. You stay campaigning because they will take it. We have seen it in previous elections. That is why I like this statement so much from Martin Luther King Jr. He said, one of the reasons that God has allowed me to live in this period is to see what is unfolding in history. And you know, when you shall have seen what has unfolded in history at that time, you know what it does? It puts you in a better position to educate people going into the future. So since God allowed us to see those times and the mistakes that people made and it affected them, we're using now those mistakes so that you don't use them or you don't repeat them, or those of you who didn't have the opportunity to vote then will not make the mistakes that those people made. You are not under obligation to tell anybody who you voted for. No, don't tell anybody that I voted for this person. Don't report to anybody. Voting is not a community project. They did not write or develop a project proposal and give it to you that you need to make an appraisal report. No, it is your conscience. Off that boot, you go straight home. If you got nothing to do, you lay down, you sleep. You tell God, thank you. When you tell people you expose yourself, you put yourself in trouble. I'm telling you this because we saw it in previous elections. It affected people. 2, I know Facebook is the place everybody freak. Everybody freak for Facebook. It wouldn't be a surprise. You will see people putting their voting card. I finished voting. Some people will even put their candidate there. It's uncivilized. Something can be your right, but it can be uncivilized. And it wouldn't augur well for you going forward. It can be your right, but it can be too childish. Why would I cast my ballot? Then I go put it on Facebook. I finished voting. I voted for John Josiah. So what do people got to do with that? Well, who wants to know who you voted for and how you voted? Some of you, thank God Almighty, the National Elections Commission said no phone going in the booth. When Ignatius Wieser was here, the political affairs officer, I raised that issue with him. The reason I'm asking that question because in previous election we saw it and it caused serious confusion at most of the polling centers. It became a normal. Normal means that something people were doing now. When people finish voting, we standing up. And he said, yeah, the other person. So I finished voting, yeah. Then they show the phone. They're showing the picture in the phone to people. So others started taking it now, going into the booth, taking picture, and it gave neck people hard time. It became the 2017 elections and the 2020 senatorial election. NEC people had a difficult time controlling, that it wasn't easy. I'm saying it because I saw it. So when Ignatius, we said the political affairs officer, came on Voice of Liberia, Bits and Pieces, I raised that issue with him. And he made it clear that it's not going to happen. And then what happened? The National Elections Commission did release a statement referencing that no phone, absolutely no phone, will be in the booth. And this goes to the security people, the police. If John Security, they're fine. John Security, a group, different forces, immigration, police, fire service, all those people, but they are security. So they will have to check. The National Elections Commission people will be in their places dealing with registering people. They will not have time to do checking on people. This goes to the security people. If Sam Andrews went there with phone, then the security person ought to tell Sam Andrews, you cannot enter with phone. I am telling you, if I went to vote, the center I went to vote, that I register in or register at, I am saying those who know me and the security people that will be assigned there, I'm using myself as an example, because you cannot say something and you don't lead by example. The National Elections Commission has made it clear. NEC is the referee. We have to submit to the instruction of the referee. If I went there, I, Sam Andrews, if I went there with phone, security people, and y'all saw me, or even y'all see my phone, and y'all ain't ask, I enter. And that people ain't know that I enter with phone. I can't also after voting. I will come back right back on the radio. I say anybody can bully the NEC people. Anybody can do anything to them because the security not vigilant. So y'all check. Y'all make sure anybody you see with phone, just tell them to go back. If they can't go back, they must not enter that, because NEC gave that instruction. Nobody enter. Nobody enter the yard. Not only the place you're voting on, but don't enter it in a compound, because when you enter in a yard, before reaching in a booth are the same thing. So we advise, please, let's do it. What the commission says is beneficial to everybody, so that everything goes well. I beg us all. And then the media people, the commission also made it clear you have international observers and you have domestic or local observers. According to NEC, they are placed in two categories. The international observers, like you have the EU, the African Union, the European Union, and some other international people, all of them are here. All of them are here. They are here to observe. Now, they are not going to any one of these centers without access pass, or what is called accreditation. The same way, all of them got their accreditations from the National Elections Commission, by the National Elections Commission, of the National Elections Commission. The same for the media people. So what NEC says, send everybody working. Let me spend a little time on us. So your NEC people, you're listening to it. Security people, you're listening to it. NEC is 100% right. They do this in all countries. All countries. It's not possible for everybody to be equal. It's not possible that everybody will have the same preference. It's not possible. But giving one person a preference, it doesn't say the other person does not have. It only means the nature of that person's work will allow that preference to go through, so that there is continuity, because everybody working in the same vein. In this situation, NEC, the media, international, local observers, civil society, everybody working to make sure that the elections are conducted in a free, fair, transparent, and credible manner. So, NEC people, your security people, what NEC said, the media people, when they go in there, they must be given chance to cast the vote so that they can do their rounds, so that they can be checking at various centers to see how the balloting going, and a lot more. So you're getting chance. Let them vote. When they finish voting, then they move straight. The security people must make sure that if that person not covering that area and the person registered there and just want to vote and go, because that your office can assign you, that not NEC can assign you. So maybe the person can register in Morovia, and the office or the radio station or the newspaper can assign them in Banga. So saying, let's say you register, the place you register, that place you go and do your voting. Anything beyond there now, that's not our responsibility, that not us can assign you that your own radio station or newspaper. But what we can do is to make sure that we allow our people to give you that right to vote, then you go. So security people, that ain't there. But then, the media people now, us, let me talk to us personally. Don't go to the place without access pass from NEC, without that accreditation from NEC, and you say you're media man. You can't be media man by mouth. You're media man by NEC card. That's why NEC took time to produce that card for all the media people. They gave it to them. Or you have your institution on it. You have all the information that NEC need, so that when you show it to the security people, they know that NEC card. Don't say because you media person, you journalist, so you just go there, you be telling the people about more a journalist. The people will not accept you. The security people will not allow you in. When you have that NEC pass, that accreditation given by NEC, you display it. You display it. If you went and you approach the security people, you make sure the security people see it. Let them look at it, and then they will send you in. You do your registration, you move from there. Don't go and cause confusion. We've seen in previous elections, some media people created stir at some polling place or places. We don't want that to happen. If you have not received NEC accreditation, then you don't go there. You are just as normal as the people who are on the line. If you got that assigned pass from the National Elections Commission, approved by NEC, sent by your institution, you move there, you show it to them. As much as we caution the people on the other side, let's caution ourselves. Because just one act can cause something different. We don't want that. Let everybody conduct themselves appropriately. That will be doing it for that. Thank you. We've got hours to go. Please be buoyant. Be hopeful. Don't be carried away by what has been happening around these few days. No, they can have no impact on the election. They can have no impact. It's an isolated event, even though it is within the same perimeter, but it is isolated, meaning it didn't happen while voting was going on. It happened almost 72 hours or 24 hours before, far from the election's time. Don't be carried away by that. Don't be troubled. Don't get yourself downbeat. Be upbeat, ready to cast your ballot. Come out. Come out. Rain, shine, moon, sun. Come out. It is your right. Vote. And you can raise your hands high. You can increase your voice that you voted and you have decided. Don't stay away. Some of you, it is my understanding that voter apathy has set in. Kill it. Kill that voter apathy. It's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. It's self-defect. And self-defect is a defeat. You can stab your candidate in the back. You can stab your political party in the back, yet you say you are supportive of that person. Then why did you say Amanda away to? Why did you run from one end to another? Why did you stand under the rain for hours? Why did you do all of those things? The actual time to say Amanda away to democratically is that time. Don't allow anybody to influence you. Don't allow anybody to say that the people coming to fight and the election year, it will not be peaceful. Don't listen to any one of those things. If you are a Liberian and you know that you in your country and this is vital for the future of your country, you will not listen to another person who will attempt, because you know why? The devil uses people, or people make themselves available to the devil to use them to distract other people. So at the close of the day, they will have voted and you wouldn't. Then what happened? They will stand in front of you proudly or in the midst of people and say, oh, I'm from voting, yeah, man, yeah, look at my finger. And by then, balloting closed. Then you start to regret now. Why did you listen to that person? Listen to nobody that will say anything funny that will discourage you. Whether political party correct, they're not correct. Whether they run good campaign, they didn't run good campaign, your concern should be about balloting. Your turnout, your come out. I will pray. What the people can say, the Pentecostal people can say tarry. So I will tarry the whole of tonight in that God will not allow the rain to fall. Well, pray. Y'all leave that responsibility with me. Y'all just be buoyant to go, optimistic to get out tomorrow. I will pray so it won't rain. I will pray just as Elijah prayed. Elijah prayed for rain to come down. I will pray that the rain wouldn't come down the whole of tomorrow. And I know God has already listened because God loves this country. So come out. Come out. Don't allow anybody to discourage you. Don't listen to anybody. It is your constitutional democratic right. If you listen to people and say, oh, we're not voting, the people did, when they go to the legislature, they finish turning the back on. If you listen to all of those things, you are stabbing your candidate in the back. Firstly, you stab the country in the back. You stab your candidate in the back. Moreover, nothing going to happen for you because you will not have any representative. Then it was better you didn't shout, Muya, Muya, Amanda, away to. Don't listen. Kill that voter apathy. If you ever thought about it, kill it. Kill it. Come out. Vote. Because if you're coming out, the other people coming out, they will win you. If you sit there and say, oh, let people do it. When they go to the legislature, they ain't got time for all. They just want to fool up, they get our vote. When they ride a BB car, they in a tinted windshield, so we are not voting. So the person who you think that get a right idea ought to go there, and then you allow voter apathy to influence you, or somebody influence you, you develop voter apathy, you finish. They will make fun of you. Don't allow anybody to make fun of you. I beg you. Turn out. Your turnout. It is your right. You start looking for your voter cards. Those of you who don't wait until in the morning, tomorrow morning, before you start looking. No. Don't wait. Look for it now. Put it in a place that you can get it at any time. Even if they put 6 black cloth on your face, you will go right there and get it. Don't wait until in the morning. Oh, some of you, your voting card, you don't even know some already lost their voting card. Some people came to the radio station, they're asking. You see that? Listen, that card is very, 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 very. That's what they call that. The 2 words I use. Those are the 2 words where they're sacred and secret. That card, that whole atmosphere is a unique thing, so extraordinary, so great. then you're part of it. Because your card, you show that don't care attitude. Vote, some of y'all, you're traveling with voting card all over the place. Voting card, not card to travel with. Some of y'all, you're putting in wallet. Some of y'all, you're putting on a market table. Some you're putting in house. You don't even know where you put it. Some people, they put it in their car, the car pocket. Voting card and a card to travel with. Voting card, a card that you keep in a place that you know that you can forget, like where St. Andrew's card is. If the country say we're voting 4 o'clock, St. Andrews can get on bike, cautiously go and get a voting card and get on that line. And in a space of no time, I show you on my finger, it finished. Because every day, let me tell you, every day I can look at that place where I put a card. Every day I can check. Every day. Last night I check it. This morning before I left my house, I check it. It's there. When I go back again, I go into that same place. Before I go to bed tonight, by God's protection, I will check that. When I wake up in the morning, with God's covering, I check there. They are ticket, ready to go. That card is precious. That card is precious. It is also historical. And you are that history. I am that history. If you lost that card, you never ever part of it. So we all set for tomorrow. You want to be saver. So let's talk few things now from NEC. Few things about they say tallying or the counting, how it's going to be they call it 2023 tally procedures. 2023 tally procedures. That's how it is called. But before I get there, let me turn to you. Given what we've talked about, let's bring you in. Let me bring you in. So we'll talk a little bit on it. Then I move to the next issue. Today I want to talk about morals from societal standpoint besides the elections on tomorrow. But let's have your say on what we've talked about. 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 on Voice of Liberia 104.1 Morovia, Voice of Liberia 89.7 Kakata Magibi County, Bits and Pieces with me in St. Andrews on this 9th day of October 2023. This wonderful day, or this day that everyone had waited for, is here in few hours. 0770 907 907 0880 907 907. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm Mike Beard, calling from Bobby County.
Mike Bien. Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Mike. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic of the discussion. My voting card always, as you regularly say, as I wake up, I take to my voting card because no one can convince me not to make decision for my country. My decision matters, and my country comes first. I'm voting Liberia. No one else but Liberia. So every morning as I wake up, I check to my voting card to make sure that I place it well.
All right, Mike. How is it there in Bong?
Yeah. For me, it's okay. Then that is fun.
So when you finish voting, you will go be telling people all around that you voted and you voted for this person?
All I got to say to people, I voted for Liberia.
That's what you will say.
Yes.
But
And I will encourage those that sitting to go and vote for Liberia also.
all right, man. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you too.
0770 907 907 0880 907 907. And you are on Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia 104.1, Morovia Voice of Liberia 89.7, Kakatamagibi County, with me, Sam Andrews. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, Chief? Thank you for the topic on the discussion.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
And thank you also for educating us. Yes, we all waiting tomorrow to see how the process will be like. I have learned a lot from you, Sam. You came and you are discussing the topic. I've been monitoring your conversation. I learned something, and so thank you for educating us. Tomorrow we all will get ready to go vote. After voting, according to you, I will just come home and sit in ourselves and get what the National Election Commission will say.
Yeah.
I'll put my weight on again and be listening. So thank you so much.
Don't tell anybody who you voted for.
No. I will not say so. No.
When you finish, you just go about your normal business, and then the rest is up to the National Elections Commission.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. 0770 907 907 0880 907 907. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I'm Augustine Waliwabe calling from Gardner State Chicken Soup Factory.
Let's hear you, Augustine.
Thank you. I listened to the information you are giving. The question I want to ask, I want to find out whether they're talking about phone, don't carry phone, even if they're voting phone, because they're talking about smartphone, people who want to charge their vote and take picture. But you get ordinary voting phone where no chip inside. You are not allowed to take it along with you also.
Gozo, the National Elections Commission say phone. National Elections Commission did not say a certain kind of phone. So since they say that we should not carry phone, it means phone. Phone. That's all. You may not take picture with button phone, but you can cause another situation with button phone. And you know that? It's possible you can go in the booth and you put your small your recorder on. Your phone may not have camera, but you can say, okay, I'm in a booth right now. I'm in a booth. I'm voting for John Josiah. Then you carry it. You say, yeah, I was in a booth. I ain't get camera phone, but you're listening.
Hello, I understand that part. You getting me? Yeah, I understand that part. Okay, if you wish to get where you are about to get your photo material to go and vote, you can leave your voting phone on the desk right there and enter, because sometimes you leave your community, you go far or to vote, sometimes you may need someone to receive call or make call. You can leave the phone at the desk also where the voters will be to go in your booth and go vote.
Okay.
So you can't go out of communication totally.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes you'll be online for the whole day like that, you will be out of communication.
Yeah, that one, that's true. You read. All that question you're asking, or all those questions you're asking, they are good questions. They are for the National Elections Commission. Since they and I just my station thing are doing, the Voice of Liberia info we giving or caution. So, given what you said, I think it will make sense that when you get there, you leave your phone with the security. The security will be there. I want to believe, and I would tell them to create a space, a place by which they can secure people's phone. You can cut the phone off. If I went there, I can cut my phone off, or I can look at the security, identify the security and say XYZ, I'm a citizen XYZ, I'm going to vote. Please hold my phone. I am told by the National Elections Commission not to carry phone in the booth. And that security will be gracious enough to secure my phone. If nothing like that, or if I came back and they can produce the phone, you know what's going to happen? LMP will pay for it because we'll be on LMP back. Patrick Sudu will call all of them to investigate them because their reputation at stake. When you say security, that same thing. Once National Elections Commission say don't carry phone inside, and you go there, you get your phone to security, they own an obligation to protect it because that's what the law say. Yeah. So you can do it that way, Chief.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for calling. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is George Simeon, and I do call from Omega Community.
Let's hear you, Mr. Simeon.
Yeah, I just want to thank you this morning for educating us this morning in a special way. One of our brother was just asking. We listened to the National Election Commission spokesman this morning on ERBC. He was saying that a lot of questions of such were being asked, and he said we can carry phone, but the place where you will vote, especially to cash your vote in a hall, the phone will not be allowed to enter.
Yeah, but that's the same thing I'm saying. Not the place that you're going to vote itself.
So if you have your relative outside online, you're able to leave your phone with them, you leave it with them and go inside. When you come out, you hold your phone and you go by your business.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing. Don't even, thank you, my man. Thank you for educating me too by reminding me of this. I think you need to leave your phone with security, with any police officer. Leave it with a relative. The relative will not carry your phone. The relative will not sell it. Leave it with your relative. When you come out, they'll get you the phone. You don't leave phone with security. Yeah. At first, I was putting it on them, but sorry, I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So how it look like. So you can leave it with any of your relative or friend out there that you trust. And you can do that. But the second thing again, I just want to tell you thank you this morning, the afternoon, of what you were just educating on. You know, it is good enough that the National Election Commission is in terms of result, and let us forget about it or pre-insinuation like we in the lead or we winning, and then you get our expectation, too much expectation at the time when it's not being met. At the time you start saying that it's cheap. So we got to do away with such things and just focus and listen to the National Election Commission. I believe he will give the final result. She will give the final result. So thank you for the education.
Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice day. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. And you are on Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia with Sam Andrews. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. You want to cut off your radio? You want to cut off your radio?
Yeah, I cut it off.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out about the phone calling to the police center, and they just ask a question and say, but because somehow I placed in a start up on radio, so I don't do my favorite go and go vote and can't wait until my hobby before going to my 70s. So I just wanted to know.
So, yeah, I'm like, man, that Voice of Liberia caution I giving so. So, yeah, is what I think. Listen to the expression. Yeah, is what I think. Those of you who are going far to vote, I think it's all but fair that you switch your phone off completely. Because what NEC does not want is a repeat of the 2017 elections and the 2020 senatorial elections, where people were snapping the candidate and carry it to justify because they received money, so that candidate will be convinced. And it brought serious confusion at most of the polling centers. This is why the people say this year don't carry phone inside. So, given your situation, I think it's all but fair that you cut the phone off consciously. You cut the phone off and make sure that it is not on, and you notify the security giving your condition so that they will advise expressly. Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. Good afternoon.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
My cousin and I'm calling from Bananzo, 603.
Let's hear you, Michael.
Thank you very much. I think it is prudent enough to go by the system that MEC have put into place already. I don't think that if you just leave your home for even 4-5 hours, it won't do any harm. Then for you to force it and carry on some level of populations. Because let's put it in the shoe, in case your phone drop, you don't think you will go out of communication for a whole day or for 4 or 5 days plus, depending if you have a hint. So I believe that the system that they are put into place, everybody should do with that the local system, then to force something in to carry it, at least to create another thing for us. So I believe every one of us should go by that instruction. This is why they call system. It is system we try to put into place. And they are into place already, so no need.
All right. Thank you so much. You're right. Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice day. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. Good afternoon.
Good day.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Mama Furi and I'm joining from Togo Community Samanema Village.
We are listening to you. We are waiting to hear you.
Yeah, thank you. The system that put in place, I think some of all who have been voting for the past 4-5 years will have an experience. Sometimes you carry your phone, you leave your phone with the networker. When you get through voting, they return your phone back to you. Or by your phone being off to your house, before go for the come back, no, it is difficult. It's too difficult. But when you get at the center, after voting, give your phone to before voting, give your phone to the networker, they will put your phone in your phone care. When you come back, you get it from there. So by putting you leave your phone, do this wrong. Some people have family to get in touch with, to caution them how to vote. When they go vote, they should not be able to, when they see the pressure is too much, they come back home. That's the reason most people want to.
Chief, that one there, let me say in Liberian way, they're not NEC workers or NEC registrars responsible to keep phone. The people, they are dealing with something delicate. They are dealing with numbers, names, letters, different things they are dealing with over there. Everything they are doing on election day is very delicate, sensitive. They need concentration. It is a work that needs concentration. It is not their responsibility to keep phone. They are not phone charging boot. No, you leave your phone and have you give to a relative. Why? Because you want to call somebody or you receive emergency call, so you leave it with the people. The people said, no, don't do that. They realized that in previous elections, they encountered too many problems, and that is true. And I saw the 2020 senatorial elections. I saw the 2017 elections. Too many things. Not only NEC raised that issue. We saw it and we raised the issue that this was wrong. We saw it as centers. People argue why they must carry the phone. And because they needed to tell Mr. Kennedy or Madam Kennedy, I voted. So give me my balance money. And that caused serious confusion. NEC people tried to put it under control. There was argument here and there. So I support NEC that this time around, fine. If you think that you can leave your phone based on that, you go, then you can go and don't vote. That other vote there, if feeling that your candidate will lose it. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, while you are there. My brother, I believe Ned is listening to this show, to this station. This phone business, I believe when someone going to go, when they enter in that pool, they're not going to take 1 hour, 30 minutes, or they going even 30 seconds or 15 minutes. The longest will be 3 minutes. You getting me? It will just be 3 minutes. So Ned is listening, but someone leaving their phone right on the deck to enter in there. Within 3 minutes, they finish their vote, they come out. That is one lecture able to find means to do. Because some people, when we're registering in some community, you go there, the line will be so long. So some people will leave their community like Chicken Super, they will leave their area and leave Lomaya, they will leave Lomaya at 12. Then they'll go way in the Gulf where the land was not long. So now they'll go way at Loma. And in that area, you now get no relative there. Who you give your phone to in that area where you don't know nobody, you know no relative, you give your phone to somebody there, say, oh, my phone. So at least you leave your phone right on the deck. In 3 minutes time, you can't go, you come out.
So if you left it on the decks and it lost, it gone mysteriously.
Not leaving it on the deck.
No, if
not
you
leaving it on the deck, just leaving it like that.
But you think you come in? Why if the phone drop, mistakenly it drop, somebody going, they just hit it or it just disappeared. Then you turn to the next people and say, I left my phone with you. You know what kind of argument you open? That argument will last long. And you know what's going to happen? No. It will stall the traffic. It will stall the traffic because you will want answer. You will need answer, Chief. It does not make sense to leave your phone with next people. If there's no other way you can do it, then you forget it. Don't vote. Good afternoon. 0770907. Your love things to be your own way. It must be your own way. You ain't let system. But you will complain on the other people. Why would you want to care is stating all those conditions? Why? What sense does that make? Sorry to say. It doesn't make sense. You go in, the people said, don't carry phone in boot. Then you set in conditions. When you carry phone in a boot now, when something happen or there's some kind of argument open, you'll be the same people that say, never doing that, now official do that. With the same thing we're talking. The people here, they get different plan. No, you don't do that. When the law say pass this way, pass this way. When the law say don't pass this way, don't pass there. When they're saying citizen, that's what it means. You live by the law. There's rule. Every society has rule. That's what they call norm. So next say these are the norms for voting. One, don't carry phone inside. So why you want to carry phone? Any condition you have, you can figure out the condition, how to solve it. If you go into Tajikistan, if you live in Liberia, you go into Tajikistan to vote. Oh, but why you can? If you want to leave your phone home, you can leave it home. You coming home. And when you finish voting, you going home. If you go in another place, figure out some kind of way. But they're not about responsibility to empathize and sympathize with you. That when you get it all at once, you might receive emergency call. No, the people going by the rule because they don't want conflict. So something can happen and say that next people, because you will be the same people, some of you, after causing stir, then you will try to bend it, you will try to twist it, you will want put it on neck lap, that neck was the cause. You wouldn't say that the people said we should not, but you want your individual desire to prevail, and when it prevails against neck, then you say, oh, that the people, the same thing we're talking, they both doing all the things to cheat. Yeah, all kinds of, some of you get evil motives. Sorry to say about saying it because I saw it. And some people, they'll just create a scene, just so people will be running here and there. Then you get a journalist running with the cameras, the microphone. So when they understand it good now, they say, oh, they want happy in your neck. They want happy neck official doing that, neck official doing that. But you will sit down over there, you know that you caused the stir, you know that it was wrong because you were informed prior to voting, but you opted to create a scene. No, Chief, I suppose Nego, you don't carry phone inside there, I beg you.
Hello?
Yeah, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother.
Oh, Mama, how are you?
Yeah, why all you say I understand, but one thing another is we sick people. One that me more operation patient get came for honor operation. You think what would be the best of all when you get there?
Amen. Yeah, I hope that you're trying. Yeah, but you know what you do, Mama?
No.
Yeah, and you get your voting card. Yeah, and you can walk small more. You can try to move you far from your voting place.
No.
Yeah, so you know why?
But it was to stand for long.
Oh, okay, yeah. All I wanted negally in the law. Yeah. So when you go there, yeah, just explain to the security people. Just tell them your condition. Yeah. Just tell them, yeah, you just tell them your condition, they will help you. If our they say I'm going to talk to them so that you vote, then you go. Yeah, I know what you're going through. Because once you go on an operation, you can't stand for long. No, you can't do that. It will start creating the soul, will start opening small. Yeah. So I beg you, tell 1 or 2 persons carry you to the place, and then you talk to the next people, you tell them your condition. Tell them that you came from on an operation and you the soul stay there, and the doctor advised that you can't stand for long. Yeah. So it will help you so you will vote. And next people will agree. They are all human beings. They will understand your condition. You yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
God bless you.
Amen. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm Sammy Jigo. I'm calling from 1 point.
Let's hear you, Sammy.
Yeah, the whole thing, I don't want for any individual to carry phone in that place because it has already been said that no one should take phone there because whatever happened to your phone, they will not be responsible. So let abide by the law.
All right.
Yeah, we have to be very people and people citizens. Because the people always told us no one should carry phone there because they are not responsible.
Okay, Sammy. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you.
Have a nice day. So it will be on tomorrow, and we've got more than 2.4 million Liberians who will go to the poll on tomorrow to elect a new president and vice president, new members of the legislature, senators, and representatives. 15 persons are running to become senators, 73 representatives. Why the 73? They have completed the 6 years. Why the 15 senators? They've completed their first term. So they will have to now run again according to the law. Then that would give them 9 years. For the representatives, they have completed their 6 years. So some of some of them they completed the term of people what you would call by election or illness or departure, like District 18 man, how's it calling? Edward Papi Flomo. Okay, he's completing the term of his colleague. So there are 73 in the legislature. There are 73 persons in the Senate. 30. So how everything going to go? How everything going to go? You got a total of over 5,000 polling stations set up by the National Elections Commission across the 15 counties or in the 15 counties constituting Liberia. The voting starts at 8 a.m., but you can be at the voting center before 8 a.m. 8 a.m. when the National Elections Commission say 8 a.m., it simply means that's the time people will start moving in. So before 8 a.m., they are there. And this time around, it is our understanding that the National Elections Commission will start on time. In previous elections, they had minors. In previous elections, they didn't start on time. NEC, you have to start on time. Whenever there is a lapse, then it means that you have to go beyond 6. If you start 9 o'clock, for whatever the reason, it is not the electoral responsibility. We would not be settling for sorry. We need system, and NEC, you have put system in place. That's why you have urged everybody to abide by the rules. Therefore, in order for the rule to be effective, the person who envisions the rule must himself or herself lead by example. So as much as NEC will want all of these things that we talk about and more to be in place equally, they must run or work in accordance with their rules. 8 a.m., next say pools open. The centers open. That means people start voting at 8 a.m. You should not go 8:30, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45. No. We saw that in previous elections. Let it not happen in these elections. As much as we have spoken to the electorate, let's turn to you, the National Elections Commission, because if you start to alter, then suspicion will start to rise. Now, you don't want people raising suspicion about you. Already you are credible. Everybody sees you and knows you as credible institution. Hence, you want to maintain that credibility. Therefore, you have to start on time with everything that you are going to do on tomorrow. You said that the poll will open or voting will start at 8 a.m. and it will close at 6 p.m. So, sharp 8 a.m., voting must start. Because from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., that's the interval you are working in. But if you start 8:45, 9 o'clock, like we saw in previous elections, then you can close 6 o'clock. Because that what had placed many people in a disadvantage in previous elections. They didn't vote. Because when the law says close at 6 o'clock, you have to close 6 o'clock. So if you start 8:45, 9 o'clock, 9:15, for whatever the reason, the electorate not responsible for that. They did their part by registering. You now must do your part by making sure that they are served the kind of treatment they ought to get by starting on time next. So the voting will start from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The stations are staffed with polling officials or will be staffed with polling officials. And these people, according to NEC, are hired by them to manage the voting process. Each station will cater to a specific number of registered voters. The law provides how many persons are per district register. I think it's 3,000 or 300 or more. Sorry if I'm not being definitive. When my National Elections Commission copy, maybe exact. Then, what do you have next? When all of these things are in place, then you have what is referred to as the balloting. 3 types of ballots, 3 types given by the National Elections Commission or will be used by the National Elections Commission. You got 3 categories: president, representative, senator. And the ballot papers are coded. They are coded. What that means is red for presidential, blue for senatorial, green for House of Representatives. So if you went in, or by now, you should know. If they gave you the ballot paper, you will see these 3 colors. Why the colors are different? So that it will not confuse the voter. Again, you have them coded. Red for president, blue for senatorial, green for representatives. And then when you finish, there is a ballot stamp. There's a ballot stamp with the identification. That identification means you see a small thing. If you finish, by the time they stamp it, you will see all those small things. Just take your time until you can get that paper. Yeah. So you see that it will be hard for people to do anything like faking. It will be the authenticity will remain. That transparency will be there. So then what next you need to know? I'm just skimming through my bits and pieces. What next you need to know? It is secret. It is secret. I said initially, don't go in there. When you finish, then you start to tell people that you voted. Sorry to say, you will be the most foolish person on earth. Don't tell anybody. Neither must you place it on Facebook. Some of you have given assurances to almost all the political parties and independent candidates. You gallivant. Today, you were with Party A during the campaign. Day after tomorrow, you were with Party B. And the original partisans saw you. So as far as they're concerned, you were there. So when you go to vote now, when you come outside, you know that the people around, then you're shouting. Because the people say, Liberian, we're too boastful, we quit to talk. I can hear the people saying it. They say that our Morgan Poor in trouble. That means you quick to talk. You're not cautious. Oh, I finished voting. Oh, I vote for Tajikistan. Oh, I vote for Tajikistan. But you want on the other side, you took Uzbekistan money. You shouted, "I vote for you. I will vote for you. I will give you my vote." Don't promise. If you promise somebody, that you will vote for, then you vote for that person. Listen, for the rest of your life, your conscience will never ever be clear. You have done the most devilish, satanic thing to lie. That's why God said in John 8:44, he said, you are the son of the father, the devil, who only understands and manipulates lies, deceive people. Now, you don't want to have that character. You don't want people to perceive you that way. So don't lie. That's why in election, in campaign, when you're not for that person, you don't go be feeding on their crumbs here and there. Some of you reduce yourself, you expose yourself. When you for party A, stay with party A. When you for party B, stay with party B. So you're not promised. Most of the political people, you go to the people, your show face, they know you. They're partisans. They're real people, then they know you. When you go now, you know that the people are around. Oh, have anybody? I voted for Tajikistan. They say, oh, so that how the guy is deceptive. Oh, so that's how the woman is wicked. After coming and lying, and we give our money, they will not tell you to quote, or they will not do anything. They will they didn't even get it. But listen, they will use it against you anywhere. Sometimes even on that person in office or that person relative somewhere, and you apply for a job, and your name come across, they identify that name. They'll just say, don't give that woman a job. Then the person will be wondering. The employer say, but what happened? They say, I say, don't give her that job. The man will not tell the person that what she did in the campaign town. So now she running up and down and going to her friend that she get a new job. She will be starting what so and so time when you go now. Then she received the bad blood at the beginning and say, they say, madam, please, sorry. They say, but what happened? Say, I don't know. But I was just instructed that you can get the job. And say, yeah, your CV is okay, but I was instructed to tell you that you just can't get a job. And then she ain't know. That man know you're going out talking, feeling bad. They ain't know that what you did. Any evil, any lies, any faking thing you do, or fake thing you do in life, it can affect you. You can never tell. That's why the people advise, campaign time, be honest with yourself and honest with your reputation, because it will affect you. You may think that you're being smart. You may think that you're playing a smart game, but there is nothing called smart game without being known by another person. No. You're more smarter than society. You're no mercenary than the mercenary himself or herself. So it's going to be a secret ballot. Take your time. Don't go bragging. Have anybody? Bobo, St. Andrew. St. Andrew, that Kennedy. No, don't turn yourself into a comedian. Don't create a comedy. People wouldn't respect you. Neither must you go on Facebook and put it there. You know how many persons did these things and people took their card and they use their identity against them? And say, oh, because some of you, you people aren't far-sighted. Y'all go. Your name already, you're using your original and your Facebook, you're lied to other people, you're fake. You're eating people money. Then you bluffing and you want the party, your real party, to know that you voted for them. You're trying to portray it like you did the right thing, or you are a real partisan. Then you put it on Facebook. Put on real Rainbow Down Coalition. We will win. Then your name there, Sam Andrews. So the boss say, oh, okay. So that's how deceptive he is. Then they will take that your card that you put on Facebook. They will take it from there, get all your identity, and they start using it against you, and you will not know. When you see some people, certain things not working for people, that some of the funny things, they appear to be funny, but they are very serious. That's why you don't fake in life. You don't fake. Just be who you are. Be honest with your conscience so that your reputation would serve you right. So a secret ballot, A secret ballot. You're not going there to go tell anybody. It's between your conscience and the ballot paper. So how it's going to be? What next? They say, when you move at the polling the center for registered voters, you will receive You present your card, your identification card. When you present your identification card, you will go through the process. You pass by the first person, the second, after the third person, you're going straight to that box. That's why the box is always different. That means in separate place. Net people not close to it, that you alone going behind there. That's why the people say don't carry phone there. So you can go snap, then you go lie to party A. You know that you don't vote for party A. Yeah. Then you go and lie after eating the person money. Those of you that did that thing, you ask God to forgive you. You ask God to forgive you. Ha. Look, let me tell you, nothing in life, be a positive or negative, that you don't have the impact. Nothing. When you do good, you will get good result. Good. That's what is referred to as blessing. When you hear the word blessing, it's the same as the word good. It's the same as favor. When you hear the word curse, it's the same as the word condemn. And curse simply means that it will be on you for the rest of your life until you can ask or you can confess that John Josiah Sario, we ate your money. We lied to you that we're going to vote for you and we did not. We went and voted for this person. Our conscience isn't clear. We beg you, please forgive us. You may think that it's not anything, or you may think that there's no need to say anything to that, but God in heaven himself and punish you. Because majority of you will go in church. Who say you're Christian, you're going to church after lying, then you say you're lifting all holy hands. You're falling down on the floor, especially the women. That the women I can see doing those things. Sorry to say, some women, let me not say the women, let me not generalize. Some of the women, they say they're crying. Crocodile cry. Oh, oh Lord, we worship you. Oh Father, how good you are. You are so faithful. But you finish lying, you finish deceiving somebody, you finish crooking another person. Then you come, you say you're in the presence of God. God will tell you, come on. When you're tired dramatizing, then go by here, go apologize to that person who you fake, you ate his money. You lied that you are going to vote for him. You did not. You know that I know that it's secret ballot. I saw you in a booth. So you want to be careful. Huh? Okay. So the rest of it for the National Elections Commission. The rest of it. So you got 20 persons, 20 political parties contesting these elections. 20. And tomorrow, the National Elections Commission will have a news conference, I am told, at 4 o'clock. Voice of Liberia will bring that live on all of our networks, all of our components, so that you get every bit and piece coming from the National Elections Commission. You ought to know. You will know. You must know because you are citizen. And we are on an obligation to make sure that you know because we are the conduit. Now, with that said, from the voting on tomorrow, by God's grace, let's talk these two and then we zoom out. These two immorals. Last week, I said that people have to stop. People are still doing it. People have died from it. Some are in hospitals. Some are at home. Some are in wheelchair. Some can walk. Some just can't understand. Why? Some said, if I had known what in Liberian-VOL you can say, if I would know. Some have said, if I had known. You don't want to use that statement. It's the most foolish statement that you will ever want to use as a living person with 5 senses. God did not give us 5 senses to be used loosely, but rather to be used with every wisdom and caution and discernment. Here is it. These few days, with we saw a terrible situation. And where that accident would have emanated or evolved from? Telephone. Why many of you in this country think that you are literate, you are smart, you are educated? Do you think, have you not known yet, there's a difference between wisdom and education? You think when you have masters, PhD, whatever the number, then you got all of the ideas in the world? Oh, certainly not. You need wisdom to go through. You know what wisdom does? Wisdom not only saves, but it allows you to live long. That's what wisdom does. Wisdom is the same as the expression common sense. Many of you are still driving, answering phone or answering call, reading text message or messages on the wheel. And we find ourselves in an aqua traffic. What that means is people make sudden stop. Drivers turn without looking through his or her V mirror. People are turning anyway they wish by their desire that it be met, not thinking about the safety or the safety of another person, turning and on phone, driving, get the phone in either the left hand or the right hand and lay towards the doorway playing style. It's immoral. It's not civilized. You will checkmate other people on immoral grounds. But yet, you will not see what you do. That's the irony of us all in society. We tend to be more strong against people with certain minors or mannerisms, yet we show the reverse. And I can see why. I beg you people, listen. The Christians, they can say, oh, anything that happened at God. So when a person dies, they say that how God signed it. So the man goes and drink liquor. He's drinking beyond his limit. He decides to go home, and the friends advising him, don't go home, don't go on. He arguing. Well, his friends say, oh, nothing wrong with him, he can go in. He walking on the road, tiki-taka. Car comes and hit him. That God there, that how God signed it. So, because many people, they don't know the concept of predestination. So, in their raw understanding, they interpret it that way. But the word predestination has everything positive, nothing negative with it. Look up all of the verses in the Bible, if you are a Christian, about predestination. You will see what I'm talking about. What I'm saying by this, the very God said to us that you can kill yourself. You can go under this ground. God put everybody on this earth to live a longer period, to live for a longer time. But foolishness can cause you to go. Too many under this ground. Too many, God assigned long life to them. And they cut short it. They cut short it by engaging into the things they engage into. Life is long. You know, one of the ways you can know, listen to the married people. What do you hear them boast of? Numbers. So my wife and I have been married for 35 years. Put that 35 years on the table, put their ages on the table along with the 35 years and put all together and see how many years. What did he say? He said 70. And then he said, by reason of strength, you can go 90, you can go 100, you can go 110, 120, 125. There are people living today in their hundreds. Some of you are testimonies with your grandma, grandpa, wife, husband. Listening to me know that. Why? Because They allow wisdom to prevail. They allow common sense. You stop driving and answering phone. I beg you. Some of you drivers, some of you private people, you're damaged other people's children. You're damaged their wives, their families, their relatives for nothing. You stop it. You stop it. God would never ever come down to tell you what you're doing is wrong. He already said it. And if you can listen, that's why he said fools. He said a fool died before his time. He didn't say human being. He took off the word human from there and put fool. Now, it's not to say that he's not saying that they aren't, but the word FOOL as used there is a reference for the mind. The mind. Where everything is. The mind is the thought process, is where all the decisions are hatched. And everything comes from the mind. Where the battle is, the mind. Where the warfare is, the mind. Everything evolves from the mind. The mind is the lab where everything is processed or hatched. And if it is not used right, you get yourself into something different. I beg you all, I hold your phone, as we say in Labyrinthian. You stop driving and answering phones at the same time. It's immoral. You're talking to other people, you're identifying their immorals, but yet you're showing an immoral act. And then there's this other one. We have all along complained. We blast government. We say things. Oh, the government don't do this. The government can't do that. The accidents are on the road. It becomes no traffic light, no speed breaker, no this, no that, no that. So when the government put it there now, then what happened? The very people start to disrespect. The government tried the best it can to get street lights at various intersections. What do you see on a daily basis? The very many of the drivers have no time to acknowledge the traffic light. When the red light comes on, it's like saying, "My man, go." So he or she doesn't want to know or to respect the rule or to live by the rule, but his or her preference or feelings should be exacted. Listen, if you're not careful, yes, let me give you this saying. Sometimes God can allow people to see certain things, so you say, go and tell the people, advise them, just as He worked in the days of old and now. We're on the Japan freeway, and it was a bit early, but the atmosphere was lighting up. You could see everywhere. And in our country, we have most of the truck drivers who think because of their size, they should take advantage. So as soon as we hit the bridge coming from Japan freeway, I think our car was either the fourth or fifth, but we could see ahead of us because the place wasn't jammed. It wasn't a traffic jam. The cars weren't many ahead of us, so we could see we had a clear view. So this keke, just as the bike people would not want to wait. Would not want to wait. The red light was on, but the two of them ignored the red light. And guess what? It is only God. It is only God, I want to believe, that kept that keke man back. Because the guy came from Jamaica Road from inside without slowing down. He too was not even concerned about his safety to know whether another truck was coming or another car was coming, or even the people who were sitting opposite that Jamaica Road where they get Christian Theological Seminary. People always sitting on the sidewalk there. That man came from across from that Jamaica Road side. Not the straight road, the road that you can use to go. Those of you who know that area, you know what I'm talking about. The man came without slowing down. The man ignored the light. just ran through. Had that keke man just gone a little further, everybody in that car, he was going to walk on them. So what's the essence now? These are some of the people who complain and say the government, you want put no rally yet. When the people put rally there, nobody acknowledging the red light. Everybody going. Everybody. Tell me, that citizen behavior there, that moral behavior, just stop doing it, my people. I beg you. I hold you for. I hold you for. Save lives. Save yourself. You have people, too many drivers, especially these truck drivers. They take advantage of their size. They just move and run into people, damage people for nothing, kill children, kill wives, kill aunts, kill uncles, kill brother, sister. Too many. Let's observe the red light. The red light is for everybody's safety. We beg you in the name of God and in the name of preserving lives. 0770-907-907. Let me take a few calls and then we move. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. One of the lines are off. So which one is on? All right. 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. And then we are out of this afternoon. Have your say. Have you experienced anything like that before? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Sam P. Dennis, and I join you from the New Jersey Bureau this afternoon.
Yeah, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, concerning the traffic, like I must say, I have experienced it around New Jersey Junction. You know the motorcyclists, as soon as the red light show, they don't care about anything. You just see them passing straight on the light. The last time a guy or motorcyclist, as soon as the red light came on, they can't just because I had to speed. There was truck coming from another side. They almost crashed that day. Everybody was blasting and saying, why you guys you can wait when the red light show, you wait. At least let the green light show, then from there you can pick up. So I'm begging the taxi driver, the motorcyclists, all those guys who on the traffic, I am begging them, please, let us observe the right lane, meaning the traffic lane, let us observe it, please. I'm begging every one of them, including those who can cross the road and all. Some of them don't observe the right lane, they don't observe anything that's down the road.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Yeah. So I'm begging every one of them. Yeah. Let's have us observe the red light.
Okay, sir. Yeah, he's right. The pedestrians, they have no time. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Samuel Harris calling from the Cleveland Bell.
Okay.
I just listened to your conversation on the radio, between the catcher driver and part of the taxi driver. Some of those guys, somebody in alcohol as you said, they will be alcohol at the same time on the wheel, and then they will not concentrate. And at the end of the day, it will lead people into serious damage and problem. So myself right here, most often when I'm on the keke or on the bike, when you're doing stuff, I usually say, please drop me down, because I don't want to be involved. But if I get hurt tomorrow for a day, I will not be able to cater to my family. No family member will be able to help my family. So I usually tell them, please drop me down, or you take that how to ride. So this I tell them. And I want every Liberian to also consult with God and then tell them the wrongdoing. Not to be doing wrong, and then someone will be there and be laughing and say, oh, yes, go ahead. No.
All right, sir.
And we will be safe for us.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling to have a nice day. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
You are on the air.
Yeah, good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you. And you?
Fine.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah. I'm John Willie calling from Carwell. I was listening to you with regard to how people violate the traffic light rules. We have to agree on one thing in this country. Liberia does not need a laughing government.
people need to be offended so that rule and regulation will be obeyed. If we say we're waiting for people to do things straight without the government acting, it will be wrong. Africa as a whole, as a black people, democracy in the absence of dictatorship is not workable here. So if government get laws and people are violating, let the government take action. If police arrest people 2-3 times and people notice it, everybody will go together and then there will be some obedience. But until then, nobody want to do it. You see, if Keke stop, motorcycle is one pass. If bus stop, Keke people want to pass, and at the final, you find out that they will not obey traffic law. So government needs to take action.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, you're right. They need to come up with another mechanism. Yeah, thank you. That's a good one. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Morris Kiazulu or Kiazulu Morris, you will have to come to Voice of Liberia 104.1 on Capital Bypass to pick up your voter card. You lost your card and it was found. Morris Kiazulu or Kiazulu Morris. You have to come to Voice of Liberia to pick up your card. Moserado County. You register in Moserado County and your number is 05005035 168. So Morris, come to Voice of Liberia today to pick up. Anyone knows Morris Kiazulu should please tell him that his car that he was looking for was found and brought to Voice of Liberia. He registered in Moserado County. If he can get it today, then he can come early in the morning. If not, if voting time passes, then he wouldn't vote. Another one is Augustus Sagbeh, Sargbah. Augustus Sagbeh. Augustus Sagbeh, you have to come to Voice of Liberia on bypass to pick up your lost card. It was brought in. You register in Moserado County. Your number, just so you know that we know we have it, your number is 089960002527. So come to Voice of Liberia, Augustus Morris and Morris Kiazulu to pick up your voter card. Voice of Liberia is right on Capital Bypass. When you're coming from Central Monrovia, it's immediately after Dunkin' Gas Station. If you're coming from Sinka, it is before Dunkin' Gas Station. As soon as you pass Gibson, G.D.R. Gibson's High School, you pass where they repair the keke or the baja area, you will see the radio station. It's a big building, and right in front of it, you will see Voice of Liberia all in blue. You can pick up your voter card. Augustus Sagbeh and Morris Kiazulu. So that's it, man. Thank you ever so much for being with us this afternoon on the show. That's all the time we've got. Tomorrow is voting day. Please, in the name of peace, stability, in the name of Liberianness, in the name of Liberianism, or show that Liberianness by moving in a quiet, intelligent, refined, non-violent manner. Anybody trying to create whatever the same, avoid them. If you are close to a security officer, you please notify the security officer. Go tomorrow. Exercise your right. Don't listen to anybody. You already have the right with the receipt of that voter card. You are the voter. You are the one who need to go there now and cast it. If you can't or you didn't, you will not have a clear conscience as a citizen, neither will you be doing anything fair or justice or demonstrating love or loyalty for the person whom you have always spoken of profoundly. Don't allow anybody to discourage you that these people, when you elect them, they will turn their back on you. It is not for you to listen to that jumbo gibberish. It is for you to cast your vote, your ballot as citizen of this country. If you're not part of that history making on tomorrow, as long as you live on earth, your conscience will never be clear. And those who will influence you not to vote, they themselves will bypass you and go and vote because they know the importance of it. Those of you who have sold your voting card, if anything like that, well, sorry to say, you have brought curse on yourself. Nobody should influence you to sell your voting card. Nobody should attempt to buy your card. Buying your card simply to put you in a disadvantaged position or to say you can't vote. So when the people go to vote, the people will go in majority and your candidate will lose because your candidate will not get that vote. Nobody should buy your vote for $10, for $5. You have value. You are more than $10. You are more than $15. You are more than $20. Look at your monetary value. You may not be a big person in government, out of government, in the private sector, but you are more than $10. You are more than $15. You are more than $20. Don't settle for anything monetary that will not allow you to vote. No. Don't allow anybody attempting to do that to you. Call the police and say, "This man trying to do this to me." That crime under the law. When the police notice it and the police investigate that true, they can put that person in jail. That's why you see they can do it secretly. They can put themselves in front. They can call people. They give them money. They influence them for them to come to you. You know why they will remain in the dark Nicodemously? Because they know that it's wrong. They know that when the law catch them, the law will carry them straight to jail. That's why you will never see them in front. You ever saw somebody who trying to truck you or who trying to buy your vote, who trying to do other things they can kind of in front? No. You will always hear the people say the boss. And they can never ever call the boss name. Because if they dare call the boss name and the law pick up the boss, something will happen to them. That's why they will always say the boss. Don't allow anybody to influence you, yeah? Okay. So Augusta Sagbe and Maurice Kazolu, you come for your voter card. You come the Voice of Liberia, you can pick it up. Maurice Kazolu and Augusta Sagbe, your voter cards are here. You come to Voice of Liberia to pick up your voter card so you will vote tomorrow. Come here today. If you can make it, you can early in the morning. If you ain't come for it between now and tomorrow, when the voting time pass, when you come for it, we'll get to you, but your conscience will not be clear. Then you might not go stand in front of your candidate to lie. I voted when you lost your voting card. Thank you, man. That's all the time we've got to be on the show. We're back tomorrow, if God permits. Thanks ever so much to Ibrahim Dentawea, who is behind the camera, making sure that everything is on course. We're back tomorrow. Thanks to the folks also in Kakata Magibi County, headed by Denuan Tie. Thank you ever so much for spicing up the show too with your calls. I appreciate it. We'll do it tomorrow, if God permits. My name is Sam Andrews. Shalom.